Welcome back, everyone, to VALORANT Game Changers, presented by Verizon Series 1. Apologies about that. I'm here with Wyatt and Gompers. And if you had any doubt about FlyQuest Red, well, I believe, Gompers, they put that to rest, no?
Yeah, they did. I doubted in the FlyQuest Red, and honestly, I had absolutely no right to do so. I thought Passion Project was going to run away with this one, and that was also a lie. I had FlyQuest taking this in a 13-4 fashion, which is crazy. 10 first bloods. Overall, I mean, the gameplay was pretty immaculate. I'll get more into depth into it a little bit later, but
yeah, the doubters, they're in shambles. They should have never doubted. It was a great map from FlyQuest in a very textbook way, and I mean that in the best way possible, where, you know, they just did the standard thing with a fairly standard composition, more than fairly standard, and they played excellently. Both sides, they just looked well drilled. They were always playing together. Lace was a standout. Thea really stepped it up from map 1, which was crucial. Killjoy, always important on this map. Starbound was playing really well as well. So it was really just top to bottom. They did everything right.
Well, as the old saying goes, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Because that was truly just some tried and true, clearly practiced Valorant from FlyQuest. And not to say that Passion Project did not put up a fight, you know. I personally, one thing I always say about Valorant, and anyone asks, who do you want to win? You know, who do you want to win? I say, no one. I just want something exciting. I want something fun. And that includes new comps. So personally, loved seeing the Chamber and the Gecko come out. I'm a big Gecko stan.
I just want the viewers to win.
You want
everybody to have a good time.
Oh, you're a man of the people, Wyatt. But it's, you know, FlyQuest, that sort of just, I hesitate to call it rehearsed, because you can't really rehearse, but the drilled, you know, they knew exactly what they were doing. They had a game plan and they stuck to it, Gompers.
no, they absolutely did. And for FlyQuest, I feel like the biggest thing that they tended to do that led them to that 8-4 lead was the mid control that they had. And it seemed so insignificant, but having the turret placement down in mid and then occasionally having that jet lurk worked out so well. And then you could see they love to take that mid to I believe it's mid to B take going down. Just straight run down mid, straight towards B, and then they Viper's Pit occasionally whenever that was available to pop that. And I feel like that kind of gave them a huge advantage in terms of just making sure that Passion Project was always on edge and always trying to just see where this team was, looking for that early information, and it kind of put them on edge just a bit.
Yeah, absolutely. They did a really nice job playing around the Chamber, which can be tough on defense, especially given the recent buff, but it was really their A hits and A post plants that were just so good. The Passion Project really had no answer for this. I don't think their utility is as good for retaking a site, as it is defending it, and Fly were getting the spike down over and over and over. And then eventually when things switched over to the attack, Passion's attack side, they had some problems there as well. I mean, you can just see again, FlyQuest has been doing such a great job of taking this backside, denying the utility, swarming. This was the crucial round when the side swapped, though. Passion went for this force buy on the round 2, and the speed at which FlyQuest ran back into the site, they had a molly that destroyed the wingman when the spike was going down, and they flooded back in so quickly. And that was just the story for the entire map. Their decision-making was swift, they were well-drilled, they were always playing together in those moments. It was super clean.
You know when you can just sense Jovi? You get like your Jovi senses are tingling. I just felt Jovi's kind of like the invisible hand all over that. But with who does Jovi coach? FlyQuest. Who's on FlyQuest? Lace. That's what we call a transition in the business, everyone. Lace absolutely killed at this map. She was a player that we wanted to highlight before any of the maps even begun, but truly just a Sova of all time, Gompers. I mean, a great Sova, just setting up her team and also just hitting some immaculate shots, Gompers.
I mean, you pretty much set it to a T. Setting up your team and hitting immaculate shots. That was the game that Lace was playing, and rightfully so. I mean, you're looking at 17-8, by the way, and the headshots were the main thing that I saw Lace hit. I don't even think there were barely any body shots, and it's insane. Lace has always been a player that you could rely on, whether it be in those clutch scenarios or maybe even just, okay, Lace, get 2, get 3, and then we'll handle the rest from there. And that's just the type of person that Lace is. I think especially on that Sova role, Lace just shines so much because it's that util that occasionally, I mean, most of the time used for the team to help them, whether it be get that first engagement, early information, run up on the site, but also selfish for Lace as well, because Lace knows how to play off that util as well, and it leads to eliminations like that we just saw.
I think the one thing that we've been talking about is this sort of, you know, they've been drilled. They know exactly what they're doing. And I think Lace is that personified, knows how to play off of her util and knows exactly what she's doing. Not only how to set up her team, but how to play, like you said, Gompers, how to play off of her own util. But that was map 2. We had map 1, map 2, and we are going to a map 3. Now, I don't know if anyone here or anyone at home remembers the last time these two went to map 3. We were here for a while. It was 18 to 20. Yeah. It was not Bind though. Passion Project banned Bind, and so we're here on Ascent, the Decider, with FlyQuest on defense. Ascent's just kind of that tried and true. You play the game, and this is how it's a classic tried and true Valorant. It really tests your fundamentals, Gompers, to see if you but you have, again, that sort of you are drilled, you are practiced, and you're ready to put that practice into play.
I think that, and we did brief up a bit on Lace and that Sova play and just the potential that Lace has playing as that initiator. I think this is the time for Lace to shine the most, to be completely honest with you. This is the Sova map, if any, on Ascent. And listen, I'm not doubting Lace is going to pull out an Odin or whatnot, but I am super excited to see kind of what this team has been cooking up. Passion Project, they've been doing such a good job so far. That last map, not looking the best, so this kind of is the redemption arc. It is the last map, so this is the decider to see, are you getting knocked down to that lower bracket run, or are you staying up?
Yeah, both teams the last time they played ran the standard Ascent comp. You're gonna imagine Lace is gonna thrive here, but also Lazy Lion on the Sova on the first map played really well too, so that'll be a really important matchup. The main thing that is on the top of my mind though, so far, FlyQuest, they only really struggled on the first map when they tried the weird solo harbor comp, which frankly just, I don't think is as good as the other comps where you're either running an Omen or the Omen Viper. And I think that was the crucial thing that held them back from making this a 2-0. So when we're going to Ascent, a really standard map where we're going to see the standard comps from both teams and seeing how well drilled they were on Icebox, I think they're going to be able to take this on Ascent now.
If I may play devil's advocate, like we're in a high school debate class, what if in this world we have Passion Project pull out another surprising comp, and while maybe FlyQuest are drilled and they are practiced, they don't have an answer, because this is such a uniform map. Has uniform comps, like Gomper said, the Odin, the Sova. What if, and again, devil's advocate, they're going to pull out something so surprising that FlyQuest struggle to play against it and play around it?
Counter would be that just happened and they won 13-4. I think that's the debate class counter. Just straight facts. I don't really know what else to say but that.
That's fair. That's the only reason I wanted to bring it up, because it, again, so rehearsed, so drilled. Again, not rehearsed, that's the wrong word, but it's always just something in the back of my mind, because, you know...
Yeah. It totally can happen in Valorant, but it just, in this matchup, it doesn't seem to be the case.
You know, I watched a Purdue something game, and they brought out the Harbor Viper on Ascent. I know you just said, Wyatt, that's not your cup of tea, but you know, it's Valorant. Anything can happen.
Yeah, if I see that, I'm DCing.
Okay. Okay.
You're done. You're gonna forfeit. You're forfeiting your day rate.
I'm
your pay for this day, and you're
forfeiting
outta here.
for the team that locked that in.
Oh, you're like, oh, a competitive operations, please hold.
Oh, that DC. I thought you were leaving.
You say,
I thought you were done with your job.
Technically, it could, anything could work realistically. Does that mean it should happen? Sometimes, maybe not. I do think that, I think Ascent is, like, this is just the best composition that you can run. To be completely fair and honest, we've tried everything on Ascent. I feel like this map has been out for so long. It has a grip on the map pool. Like, this isn't going anywhere, so it's like, this just feels right, to be honest.
When hot take, it shouldn't go anywhere because, again, I give it another hot take, devil's advocate. This is the test of Valorant. This is like if any map is Valorant, air quotes, this is Valorant. It tests everything. It's a pretty even-sided map, not really attacker-sided, not really defender-sided. And so it's like, what can you do? How deep does your strat book go? And with these mirror comps, and again, this is the tried, like you guys are saying, the tried and true classic, we know her, we love her, we trust her comps. What else can you do? Because we've seen it all. So
Yeah,
what else can you do?
The map more recently has been super defensive favored, and I worry because Passion Project are starting on attack. They just lost a tough map. I mean, 13-4. So they're going to have to really reset mentally, because if they get off to a slow start here and FlyQuest just carry the momentum in, they could definitely run away with this on defense and just close things out in pretty dominant fashion.
I mean, Gombers, do you have anything else to say before we throw the game?
God bless my soul. I'm excited for the game. I'm excited for the game. If we go 2018, all I'm gonna say is I'm excited. I'm just excited. let's see it happen.
Tried and true. Well, maybe we'll go with 2018. Maybe it'll be a 13-0. We don't know. But the people that take us through it are Mimi and Ender, our dear friends, our dear casters. Please take it away.
Thankfully, it's not 2018. It's 2024, where we have standard Christy? What do you think of this third map of this exciting series?
I'm so ready. I'm so ready. It's like a whole new world. We've got two brand new comps on a brand new map.
We're not doing this.
We don't. But what we do have is two incredible teams in a match 3 again. It's not the 2018 anymore, but we may have another OT. It's possible. I don't know. At the end of the day, this is a jet duel. Dun 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 dun. Jazzykins, Unstable, both looked so sick in our first two maps. We're going to get a little bit more.
We're going to get another taste of what they can show here. This is, like Des was saying, the Valorant test. The SAT. The most basic thing you can try and go for. It is standardized. Everyone knows how to play it. Everyone knows how to play against it. And that's why I'm excited. It's the decider of this series, because we have seen weird stuff. We've seen gimmicky comps. We've seen different ideas back and forth on the first few maps of this series. And now we get some good, honest Valorant to close it out. Remember the stakes. A match against Shopify. You're making it there. You're just a game away from the finals if you can win that one.
I think we need to start, finding out what the SAT scores of our IGLs are to see who has the upper hand before going into a game.
Thus far, Lace has been a 1600 Sova player.
Lace, pretty insane. Yeah, I took the SAT back when there was still writing, I think. So I dropped a big 1900 on that one. So
you could get 1900? Oh, I guess with a writing.
There used to be like 600.
Okay, nice flex. It's going to be an A-side hit. A bit of a off angle here from the Omen of Dea, but the Paranoia will buy time. So that dash is going to expire, and Passion Project has to look elsewhere.
Yeah, we'll see if they want to re-hit. Right now, Jazzykins is walking into B main and runs straight into the crosshair of Dodonut. Jazzykins will go for very aggressive lurks into B, but it looks like Dodonut is fully aware of that and shuts it down in the first round.
Flash ready for Sonder. It's a bit of a trap play on A. Flash up. Starbound tucks into the smoke. When do they activate towards Hell? Now's the time. Sonder for the first kill. Lace connection through the smoke. Unstable getting work done, and Power Pixel aiding in that one as well. So it's a 2v1, and instead of not coming back for the retake.
Low HP on the two Passion Project players. Dodonut Sheriff in hand. Primes the dash, but they're doubled up in Hell. She dashes out, doesn't see anything, goes under, finds her first, and the second one soon to follow. 13 HP now. unable to peek over Dice. Clock is ticking, and all she has is a shoulder, and that's all PowerPixel needs. A 4K on the pistol to win the first.
Great start from PowerPixel. They go crazy in that round, but a good attempt from Dodo, not really making you believe she could get that one done. Basic stuff to start off this one for Passion Project, hitting the balls on that one, then late round re-hitting. That first KO flash was chunky to actually get these players out of main without that dash. Good fundamentals and a great start after losing that second map.
Yeah, looks like FlyQuest are going to heavy lean over onto the A side this time around. That'll be how they deal with it. But good to see already how FlyQuest are sort of understanding some of the tendencies of Passion Project on this map. Like I was talking about, like Jazzy will just walk up B main, and if she doesn't run into anything, she will be walking and breaking Killjoy turrets. I don't care how deep they are, she will find them, and even if you try to set up a trap play, she is still a very dangerous player on that area of the map. That really is her playground.
Trap play in A main, not going to be activated. Instead, they are rotating away, and that's the wrong call. It's a late A walk up from Passion Project.
Want. Low SAT score, IGLing. It's so sad.
They couldn't have known. They're just
it's just a gamble stack, you know?
Very similar to the SAT, honestly, in that regard.
So
Flash
true.
the smoke and those random ABCs not working out here.
Yeah. Instead of 4 answers, though, there's only 2 answers on this map. A and B. We're not Lotus.
Well, there's mid, and you can split through, and there's at
Get
least
out of here
4.
with your facts.
And logic,
I don't
too.
appreciate them. I don't know if what you say usually has logic attached, but I prefer Zed.
That makes me really sad.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean it, Mimi.
Okay.
Will you forgive me?
All right, rest of this cast. I'm gonna make a request of you.
Okay.
Silliness knob, 30% down.
30% down, you got it.
So
Here.
I was gonna let you. FlyQuest are just gonna die to the spike, Mimi. What do you want from me?
I was hoping for something sensible, maybe.
FlyQuest are gonna die to spikes. They don't give over ult orbs to Passion Project, who already have KO ult online in round 2. That is disturbing.
Tell me about it.
Well, PowerPixel got 4 kills in the first round. Also the spike plants. Also the orbs. Like, Jazzykins has the most orbs on the team besides that, and there's only 2.
That's true. So what are they gonna do?
And they
with
can
it?
actually. I mean, I think Unstable is definitely should be buying a gun here with 5,100 in the bank. Yeah, you buy a rifle here. And honestly, you take your chances, try and win this round. I do not hate using the KO ult here, even if it is just for an exec before they get a pick.
Heavy setup in mid from FlyQuest. Gonna be a Silver Dart over, try and get their jet into a close corner here.
Right here.
Passion Project, though, have all 4 players towards A main. Likely just gonna slam that KO ult and go for an exec. It might honestly come down to how this mid control is contended with Jazzy ready to set up a lurk as a couple of players of FlyQuest on the other side as well.
Sandra could set up a left-click flash from way back in spawn. Lace gets a spam kill through the wall. They're looking for it. Dodo's not going to slow down. The trap is perfection for FlyQuest. And the only win for Passion Project is they get a plant on A.
Unstable bought a rifle, remember that. They're still alive in this round. They have to be the difference maker. Paranoia for Sabui. I can set up this jet towards heaven. If it's timed right, could be massive. But the Paranoia is forced to be used off the KO Molly coming through. So all these players locked away, suppressed towards hell. Sonder swinging forward. The spam into the smoke is lovely and Unstable. Well, they can only get one. Dodo clean with her shots. And FlyQuest, a nice little retake there to close out. But honestly, that round focused on that setup in mid.
Yeah, that was a money read from FlyQuest. Anticipating the slow play, and then even after finding the first one, Dodo not realizing that she could keep peeking out, and those cat players were trying to sprint up and get away from that fight as much as they possibly could. Sees them right in the back of the head. That's coming off the fight that Thea was taking in Tree. So it really was a perfect pinch, an ebb and flow there in that mid space. That gives them the kill, although now Passion Project will be fully kitted going into this round. It did end up committing that KO ult into that, so the advantage lost on that play to no much gain.
But still, plenty of time in this half to build up another. It is a shame to not be able to find a round off that. Fast towards A, we go again. Flash into main, teleport off, and Unstable, ready to dash into the site. Thea actually getting scanned, but somehow staying alive in that endeavor. Paranoia, a smoke, and that actually teleport onto this top right box.
How effectively will they clear that? Still a drone for Lazy Lion, so if it gets broken,
spot
and
her.
it does, they do not spot Thea playing close. That is not a normal position. And through all of the smokes and everything, Unstable still finds their mark. 2 kills, make it 4 from FlyQuest. Passion Project are dropping like flies, Mimi.
A beautiful flood back in to the site from FlyQuest. Off of just 1 KO flash there from Sonder, everything works out beautifully. And Jazzykins stuck in the 1v4 position, no, all 4 players in a high-low setup ready to punish. There's no way she can win this.
I'm just waiting for her to go for it. Yep. Lay shuts her down. Oh, it's a little too unfortunate on that one. But honestly, like FlyQuest, the way they slowed that down, whether it was the early paranoia from Thea, even though she ends up dropping, also the fragment tossed out from Sonder, it was just a few layers of utility that stalled out the hit from Passion Project and allowed 4 players to be there very quickly for the flood.
Lovely stop, so Passion Project going to be reset onto an eco. FlyQuest bowling for a 3 rounds in a row start to their half here.
It'll be Passion Project looking for some quick mid control. This pop flash goes right onto bench down here. For Unstable to see a player if that enemy jet was trying to get a down in bed. Remember 2 rounds ago when Dodonut sprung that trap in mid.
I like
That's what
that.
Passion Project were looking for.
Yeah, I like that little setup to start the round from FlyQuest. Playing back, baiting out a Paranoia main, expecting that, then being ready to dash back forward and fight B main. You see it activated late there as well, but some really good fundamentals on display from FlyQuest Red thus far on this defense. That death, not as beautiful. Thea falls. That gun, not really recoverable, but A site is secured for Passion Project.
Yeah, FlyQuest have left this A site open a few times. Very comfortable to play the retakes, and we'll see where Dodonut and Sonder decide to go. They had the option to go for a flank if they wanted. No Sentinel on the other side. Unstable looking aggro up in heaven, but Starbound completely prepared for that one. And now as the pinch comes down in through mid, PowerPixel playing right in this corner is completely on their own. Not going to be able to find a kill, and FlyQuest make easy work of the retake.
Yeah, I mean, these retakes have been great. All half from FlyQuest. I think that is already their 2nd or 3rd to have to come through, and finding good success on it yet again. Passion Project, though, will finally have another buy online.
I like the quick little mid look they went for that last round. Just unfortunate FlyQuest weren't set up in that position, but if Passion Project look to play a little bit more through mid, I think that will give them some benefits. They're going to call a timeout to talk it through after losing the last 3. But I feel, especially on that A hit, them just getting slowed down in A main and then quickly re-aggressing didn't leave enough time to, you know, threaten to FlyQuest that, hey, maybe we could have full rotated B or we could have been walking back into mid. They need to play a little bit more, I think, slower in these rounds, get some space into mid so that they can threaten those mid-round pivots.
Dodonut thus far on this map has been so good, and I don't think we've even gotten to see her with that operator online. This player has another one of those kind of GC duelists. It's a tough life out here being an NA GC duelist because everyone always talks about Fluorescent and remembers Fluorescent, but there really is a lot of talent out there. Unstable has been one of the new up-and-comers, but Dodonut has been in this scene for so long as top 3, top 4 in most people's books, as a duelist player, just consistently putting up numbers like these, match after match. There's a reason this team has already been able to take a map off Shopify.
Yeah, FlyQuest, I mean, a fantastic team, no doubts about it. Both these teams really picking up pieces of really strong rosters in the past, whether it is Dodonut, who's been, you know, playing at a top level for a long time now, or grabbing a Sonder from an old Shopify Rebellion, Thea and Starbound of EG, Passion Project with their own EG player, and Jazzykins, of course, former champion with C9 White. No surprise that they are here, top 3, battling it out for a spot to face off against Shopify in the next round of the upper bracket. But now FlyQuest once again set up for a bit of a mid-trap, ready to go. Paranoia is good, but a counter flash will buy them some time. Dodonut all the way out into mid though, and it will be 1-for-1 off the rip. Hunter's Fury comes into play from B, forcing PowerPixel out into the open, and that spike is isolated on Cat.
Again, these reactions from FlyQuest are money. They have that Hunter's Fury ready to go. They're set up in a way towards mid, where either they can activate off their catwalk player, or if those mollies pop in B, they can activate towards there, pop the Hunter's Fury, fight together in a very similar way. Sonder and Dodonut as a duo are playing together and setting each other up with the team so well.
Look at this spot from Dodo. Finally spotted out, but it doesn't matter. The kill comes through anyways. Just so annoying. Keep your eye on Sabui, though. She snuck all the way through A main into tree. That Spike left in the open. FlyQuest are deciding to shrink their position on the map. Instead of holding on to Spike, they say, we've got numbers advantage. Let's stick together. Make sure an unfortunate timing or anything can't pose problems for us. Just Starbound hanging out in mid to keep her turret online in B main.
Cover going out.
They know that this is going to be a finish towards A. That turret would tell them otherwise by now.
They're saving.
Yeah, not even going to go for it. You got to look at their teammates' money, though. 350 on Power Pixel, 450 on Lazy Lion. The bank is not good for Passion Project.
Yeah, I mean, they knew there were players in mid, or they thought there still were. I think the call came from Jazzykins being 30 HP and not having an easy way to rotate through mid. So, you know, Sabui's not going to go for the plant on A. Make sure they can get that off, because, you know, players could be just about anywhere, and Passion Project were always going to be isolated. A tough call to make there, but it gives them some fighting chances in this next round with 2 rifles and the knives.
Power Pixel and Jazzykins both 2 away from getting that ultimate online. Both of those power ults can be round winning when you're on this attacking side. Dodo Nut.
Molly lineup from Jazzy thrown there.
Yeah.
Dodo walked in front of it.
Jazzy swings straight into the operator and falls. Jazzy struggling thus far to start off this game. It's another opener for FlyQuest.
Oh, and they abandoned the rifle, too. I think Lazy Lion might go back there later after chucking the Spike over to Power Pixel. Says, I need that rifle. So a drone into B main gives the protection to maybe pick that one up. But there's already a trap about to be sprung into tree.
And
3
look at the
players here
reposition.
up here, too.
Yeah.
It's just absolute perfection. Unstable somehow with the knives has made it up into A heaven after taking down Thea. And they might need to look for a little bit more. Spots the first here, but can't find the kill. Now pulls into the classic and somehow takes down Dodo Nut. But even then, the numbers don't favor Passion Project.
Sabui has walked through this smoke all the way up towards heaven. Spots 1. Discipline, but only 1 is what she'll find. Lazy Lion in a 1v2.
Running it back. They knew the drone was cast over into B main. This timing may be sooner than expected.
But they're taking their time. 20 seconds, have to get to the site. They're calling the gamble that it's clear. We'll be able to get this plant down.
Open plant here too. Could play a tree, could play main. Has the Hunter's Fury as well.
But this drone is a problem. Lazy Lion has to try and skirt around it. Does it spot them? No. Here's the drop. Here's the dart. Can they find the right fight? Down low is Lace, and Lazy Lion look in the wrong direction. FlyQuest win another late round.
Lace has just been locked in today. I don't know. The shot she's hitting, that one not particularly impressive, but it feels like every single time she is put in an important position in a round, a fight that she needs to win, she has been good for it time after time. No stranger there once more. FlyQuest just keep racking up these rounds on defense. Still a good effort, I think, from Passion Project to make this round close. Mainly unstable. Pushing through into heaven, getting 2 kills on that entry. Not too bad. If Sabui was able to find 2 here, that is a completely different story.
All right. 5 rounds in a row now for FlyQuest. Passion Project need to break this streak. They'll go into B main, and that spam does good damage on Unstable, but the counter spam from Jazzy keeps her teammate alive.
Getting a little silly in B main with all the spam going through, but Unstable is able to weave through that and bust down the Killjoy turret. That also pulls a Sova drone that gets no info. It also pulls an Omen smoke too, so good util being burnt, but Jazzy's almost lost her entire health bar.
Only 18 left on Jazzykins.
And there's a very passive op setup A heaven as well from Dodonut. So Passion Project move into that. That is going to be a big, big issue.
Look how much time is about 40 seconds, and look how much utility is gone. No flashes for Power Pixel. The knife on cooldown. The dart still available, but really a lot of resources invested into just getting B main, and they barely even have that space now. FlyQuest is squeezing everything out of this team. Now with the lockdown committed though, they have a better chance to actually get into this site. Spam trying to protect the teammates. Lace, but she doesn't need the help. Just a double up on the spray. She was trying to escape, but instead stands her ground and gets a double. Blood into the site. Unstable needs to win another fight. She's already found Sonder. They swing, they hit another, but somehow Fly just make it happen again. All the kills come in perfect coordination.
Look, every round, this series has been like that, where it's a very heavy retake setup from the defensive team, and then there's probably 8-9 players alive in the retake, and they all die within 3 seconds. Like, actually cutting through, like, if you're a player in one of these games, it is so chaotic and it is so hard to actually understand what is happening around you. But it has been FlyQuest numerous times now seeing through that and getting their kills. It starts with Lace finding 2 beautiful opening kills. As soon as that smoke went down, just blitzing through that. But even then, as the wraps come on both sides, I think it was Thea that scaled up down lane, was able to find 2 critical kills to secure that round.
Another timeout getting hit here for Passion Project. I believe, their second one here. Or maybe still just that first. Still, it has not been a great half from them. After winning that pistol and converting the second, it's been 6 rounds in a row lost to FlyQuest.
Donut has been unstoppable. 14 kills, 3 deaths, the op in hand every single round. I think since the 4th round, Donut's just had an op. Has been seriously problematic for Passion Project.
14
Another
and
half
3.
buy. Yeah. The numbers don't lie, Mimi.
They don't. They tell me Donut pretty
kills. Good. Yeah. 9 kills? Not bad. 9 kills in 8 rounds? Pretty good.
Also pretty sick. And you have to remember, Toto's only got 14 because of the setup from Sonder and Lace, which has been stellar thus far.
It really has. Once again, Donut taking that passive line in A heaven. Really expecting Passion Project to come back into those A hits that they went for the first few rounds of the game. But Passion Project have been a little bit more interested in working towards this B side of the map. Once again, last time they had the lockdown. That didn't secure them a round win. Now they've got Hunter's Fury if they want to go for it. It looks like FlyQuest are perfectly content to play heavy retake. They can pop the double mollies for a little bit of stall, a little bit of chip damage. Maybe hunt on through this smoke with the dart and the Odin. Passion Project are playing it slowly enough that they don't take too much damage on the way in. None at all, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, very nice from them. Honestly, the fairest post plant they've had this entire half. Unfortunately, they only have 1 rifle to work with in it.
That was a hard read from Lazy Lion. Thought they were all off-site because they were ready to flood in from CT. No one was there. FlyQuest baited out the ult.
Beautiful stuff. Here comes the retake now. Dodo spots the shoulder of Lazy Lion, but can't convert off of it. KO ult procced. There's a lot of angles that have to be contended with. Unstable, the first test. How much can they do? Only 1. That might not be good enough when the trades all come down to it. It's FlyQuest all over. 7-2-2. This streak is unbroken yet again.
I think Passion Project need to get more active into mid-space and take care of that first and foremost. They can have some kind of like a market presence in a mid-round here or in a post-plant. That'll give them a lot better chances, because right now, FlyQuest are just like flood retaking and dominating through 2 lanes. Passion Project don't really have enough control over a site to be able to work on in there. So maybe splitting into a site might give them better chances. If they split into A, they can hold on to tree and the site, fight through from there. Because as it stands right now, the retakes are just too good from FlyQuest. Passion Project have not won a single rifle round.
Get out of my way!
A main flash, Unstable taking this space, and I mean, again, we've seen this story before. They're always getting this early map control, finding some success in getting that extremity control, but in these late rounds, once they're finding the site, it has been those retakes that are killer.
Passion Project have to be confused about what this Jet's been doing, because the last 3 rounds, they have not seen Jet until the retake, and she's been A-heaven passive all of these rounds. I imagine they assume that Dodonut is playing out into mid, maybe even getting aggressive, walking out off of Rosa. some idea like this, and that's why they're not contesting the space, because once again, it's just a full slam into the B hit in the mid-round.
And Starbound hasn't been dealt with. 1 for 1, that's honestly more than you could hope for out of the Killjoy. Lace will pick up the Odin and continue the spam.
Thea just ulted onto the flank right outside of B main, so they can pinch in from that way too. Passion Project need to fight aggressively towards this walkout from spawn. But I'm not sure they're going to be able to do it. A counter Omo and ult on the other side. Sabui is dealt with the op.
Beautiful by Dodonut. Now into the site they go. Another retake. Surely not the same outcome. FlyQuest. Sonder finding 2. A third on the connection. Just sublime yet again. Haven't lost a retake yet.
I detonate. You don't.
Unreal. I mean, another chaos round with both Omen ults going for the ults on the opposite side. Dodonut was so ready for it, though, with the operator. Finally, they saw the operator, but they still don't know where Dodonut is playing. And I think that's almost the weakness. Obviously, we keep talking about the retakes, but I think when you repeat plays where you are all, committing into one site on the map, you get so little information over what your enemy is doing. So now they're calling a full A hit, or at least a big A opening at the round start here. But they have no idea of what the tendencies of Dodonut with this operator have been. All they know is that it has not been B for a long time.
This time, though, Dodo is top mid, so if they did want to go to A, well, now they do have to deal with her, because off of again seeing nothing in mid, she's rotated back over. So mobile with this op.
Yeah, this time looking for a triangle, anticipating an A split to come on in. Passion Project are really taking their time. Not even a bottom mid smoke or anything like this. Instead, just using the dart. There could be a more passive line held from Market with that op, but now they think maybe no op there. They're going to have to be diligent coming in here. Sova drone a possibility.
It's just
Flash
a flash.
gets timing. Perfect from Dodonut. Can updraft out. Doesn't even have to waste the dash. And now counters Hunter Fury from all the way back in spawn. Clearing out space, forcing them to leave. And maybe go back into a B split. But Starbound is here. Starbound shuts it down. And they just keep on coming into them. Starbound can barely be stopped at the end by Unstable. But there's still Lace right up close and personal to bring it down to the 1.
They're making them look like jokers, quite honestly. Reading this to perfection. Great positioning with the operator from Dodonut, and in the late round it's even better. 30 seconds left. Sabui, she knows it's over. No way she can get back into this round. 9 rounds in a row now, Christy. It's disgusting.
I honestly don't quite know what to say.
10 seconds left.
Dodonut has just been really powerful in that last round, moving around, dodging out from the flashing that coming in and peeking back in. That was sort of the gamble that they went for. PowerPixel decides to use the flash instead of, as a team deciding to drone into that space, which might be a little bit safer. But even the drone can be timing. The only sure bet there is going to be a smoke to make the cross happen. But it just gets shut down. Again, perfection here, using the updraft to scale over on top. And of course, Starbound being that late round problem as well. Starbound had gotten hit into so many times, traded out a few times here and there, but now coming in through Market heavily, Starbound able to isolate those fights, taking them down 1 by 1.
Right here.
New spam angle on the Odin, expecting a hit towards B. And Lace is absolutely right yet again. Fall back to the more default spam angle on this wall, and I'll continue to give him hell. Unstable into the site. Can they get an opening kill? Answer is the same again. No. 1 for 1 with Lace. Sonder does die on the flood. This is different. A chance here for FlyQuest, but they still have to deal with Starbound. They've been so good anchoring this site. They line up 2. Starbound out of ammo. Shorty in hand, but the trade is there. FlyQuest, after losing the pistol and the conversion, they close out 10 in a row.
You can trust me.
Unreal. I mean, even when the opening goes perfectly, it's a 2-for-1 trade on the opening, Starbound is there. And quick support of Dodonut flooding in, even the lurker dealt with. Thea doing a great job there. It is all hands on deck now for Passion Project. Looking hopelessly down at a 10-2 scoreline. The one benefit they're on defense, I guess. A little bit more comfy to play on this map, but there's a long way to go.
Dodonut check-in. 19-4 after that first half. Okay. getting 5 kills for every time they kill her?
Yeah, she'd get 37 kills if we made it to OT.
It's going to be tough to make it there, to say the least. A main control for FlyQuest. They'll fall away.
Ooh. Passion Project, 3 players stepped up into mid.
Here.
And FlyQuest are rotating back into them. Playing it slow here, tucked underneath. FlyQuest feel comfortable. Not expecting this, but now coming around. The Flash can't find anything. Dodonut still finds a kill. Lace as well gets another. And a Flash to get them back off the angle. Everything goes horribly wrong for Passion Project. And I'll do you one worse. Keep your eyes on your map. Starbound is wrapping around through tiles and might get a kill onto the other side. That happens into mid, and it's just Sabui left on this site in a 1-on-2. Quick to fall as well. FlyQuest have 11.
It's 11-2 off that pistol round. And honestly, I thought Passion Project was making the right calls. The re-push into mid, setting up for those A players to come back through. And then they just get dunked on. It's hard to know what to say at this point. FlyQuest completely outclassing them.
The brutal thing is they must force, but their defense, they don't even have a chance to plant, so no extra money. It's 4 players on light armor stingers. There's an outlaw in the hands of Starbound.
Shutting them down.
Ooh, it's gonna be tough.
Flashbang.
And they've gambled wrong. Heavier side was towards B. It's an A hit. And Dodonut's stinger is just a little bit better. Unstable will try in desperation to swing through, but this one might already be done and dusted. Starbound, but Smalley's on the spike. It's a post plant with the outlaw. It's Sonder hunting down, and the HP already low on Power Pixel. A paranoia to push the matter forward, and Sonder goes 1 for 1. It's honestly good enough at this point, because that outlaw, trained on the angle, is nearly impossible to get past.
Put everything on the line with this call and can't pull it off in the 1v3. Sonder takes FlyQuest up to 12, and now it's just one more round. Passion Project, we gotta go back, continue forcing over and over again. It's not gonna get any easier from this point on.
And it might just be one more over. Already 12-2. 12 rounds, 1 in a row. As close to flawless as you could get after losing that first pistol for FlyQuest Red.
It was FlyQuest Red that had a map 3 almost stolen away from them. 20-18 in the most insane overtime in the second open qualifier in this match. FlyQuest not even giving a sign of life to Passion Project this first time around. Sunset was close. It went OT. Passion Project won it. But now FlyQuest splitting back over into this B site. 3 players ready here. Set up to counter this out, and the one-way may stall them. Dodonut says no. She's going in no matter what, and she's good for it. Finds that first, even if another was traded on the opposite side. Unstable's found a couple. Passion Project aren't out of it just yet.
Good reposition into the back site. Jazzikins finds Starbound, and finally, Passion Project have a round. They shut down the B hit, and they at least have 3.
Unstable pulling a big one out right there of the round. Fantastic. Those 2 massive shots with the Sheriff were so important. And it was playing off the one-way too. I do think FlyQuest maybe rushed that a little bit, dashing on through the one-way. Dodonut was able to fight through there no problem, but the rest of the team, their legs were fully exposed, and I think Unstable took advantage of that.
Placing swarm grenade. Swarm grenade out.
Nice re-clear setup from Passion Project. That nade should have killed them both, but it missed. And now FlyQuest have found 3 with the Sheriffs. Not like this.
You don't win the force and then lose the anti-eco. Look, players are low. Lazy Lion can get so much done here. That's 2 kills backside. Playing for this series. Sabui comes in to support, and we've equalized somehow. Sonder and Thea still incredibly low. The round somehow favors Passion Project
But
again.
there are guns here, still. They'll be low on HP, they'll be disadvantaged in that way, but at least weapons picked up. If someone can find a cheeky angle, a reflank, and get ahead of this one, there's still a chance for FlyQuest to close out. Thea repositions. Both players in tree room from FlyQuest.
Revealing area.
Oh, they're going for the walk. They want to get into heaven. They may have the timing. Pop the glass. Lazy Lion gets a third. And it's just down to Thea here. Spike not planted for her.
Needs perfect shots on this one. Lazy Lion is sticking. Thea on the dive is caught by Sabui. Passion Project stay alive. Yet again.
Making my heart beat out of my chest here. What is going on? They just handed FlyQuest 3 kills at the start of the round.
That missed molly from Power Pixel was almost the game.
Yeah. It does hit into that corner, just maybe not as deep as it could be. Regardless. They equalize. They can brush it off. It's all good. Unstable now has an operator. It's a great buy for Passion Project. They even got the Hunter's Fury online. And Unstable looks to peek into B main with that op.
It is defense Ascent after all. If there was any map in the game, any side in the game to feel like you can make a comeback happen, it would be here.
Unstable's crept up, playing that slight off angle here. Not overextending into the turret, hearing that, not going further forward. But Dodo Nut is ready. I think FlyQuest know. They've got an idea and they're getting ready to refight into this line. All 5 players rotating back over. Unstable has to go now. Comes on in but can't find the shot. They're able to make it on out, but FlyQuest are ready for the hit.
Ult popped. FlyQuest waiting for their opportunity to dash in. Dodo Nut up and over the top. Into the site she goes, but Lazy Lion gets a connection on the Hunter's Fury, and Power Pixel has found one of their own. 3v5 now. These players still trapped towards main. The Shock Dart trades 1 for 1. It's all on Lace. What a hero she's been thus far. But the 1v3 should be too much to ask.
Turret out.
Turtle spot her.
Left.
She tries to inch her way through main. Paranoia misses. Jazzykins swings alone, and she gets a second. Lace has it to a 1v1. Power Pixel! The flash, but Lace connects the shot.
Are you?
How has she done that? How?
You have got to be kidding me! Lace pulls it out of nowhere, and yeah, all smiles. Double thumbs up with that Red Bull clutch.
Me too.
She had 20 seconds, still had to plant the spike, and the fights just came to her. Unbelievable. It was a perfect round opener from Passion Project. But right here, Jazzykins getting too early. Sabui wanting to find the trade. And then full flash just holds down left click. Walking straight into it. Picture perfect. Lace every single series, or every single map just looked insane.
That last round is absolutely ridiculous. To close out a map in that fashion too, after winning, what was it in the end? 11, 12 rounds in a row?
Yeah.
12 rounds in a row. Pretty good, I think.
Insane. I literally pulled the hair out of my head with that clutch. It's going everywhere.
Well, thankfully the game's over.
Lace my goat.
So you don't have to turn into Sideshow just yet. But the game may be over, but there's more left on the day. The analyst desk and an interview with FlyQuest, your victors of this series, coming up after the break.
Welcome back, everyone, to the VALORANT Game Changers Series 1, brought to you by Verizon. And what a map, what a day we've had, Wyatt and Gompers. Just truly a day of VALORANT was had, if you will. But we just had...
God, you're so right.
Maybe I should be analyzing at this point. But no, for real, we kind of talked before Ascent happened, map 3. And if you are just joining us, FlyQuest took map 3 very, very convincingly. Kind of just the FlyQuest drilled and ready to go, Gompers. And pretty sure we saw that here.
Oh, we did. Yeah, FlyQuest were a force of their own. I really don't feel like there was barely any mistakes that you could really talk about there. They picked themselves up pretty nicely, and when things started to go south, it felt like everything worked out for the best. I do want to say, though, the last shot that Lace had, just blind shot and then a big thumbs up after, was the most unintentional BM moment in history, and I loved it so much. It was amazing.
I mean, behind that smile, that sweet smile, is just an absolute menace in the server. I believe that was a 4K to close out the map. And the last shot was completely blind. Just only Lace really could do it. But also, we have to give a shout out to Dodonut, who just went absolutely crazy, dumb, stupid, whatever you want to call it, doing Dodonut things, if you will, Wyatt. It truly, it's like the classic Dodonut we know and love.
Yeah, Dodonut has been, I mean... She was crazy all last year, and I love how, I mean, we were talking about it at the very beginning, before the game even started on map 1, but the construction of this roster and how it's just put players like Donut and Lace in position to be excellent. Bringing in that core from EG, that supportive core, and you can just see the position that they're putting Dodonut in to consistently be able to get space on defense, utility that's coming in on the attack side to find hits on the side entrance. It's just so good from top to bottom.
I mean, how many times can we say drilled, practice, rehearse? It's so clean and it's so good. And I think we were talking earlier about the power rankings. And I believe, and I apologize to Ball and Mimi, I did not memorize the power rankings. But if FlyQuest was not 2, I believe they've proven without a doubt.
Yeah, wait, can we pull that up?
If
They
possible.
It would be
weren't
funny
to.
to go back.
They weren't to.
They were not?
They weren't.
Okay.
They weren't. They weren't.
They weren't?
No.
Oh
They
my
put.
God.
I think they put. Yeah, they put Passion Project above that. And yeah,
Oh!
I knew it. I said FlyQuest goes 2, Passion goes 3, and they're not based. Not based.
Actually got caught trolling on that one. Got him.
I mean, while the scoreline tells a different story, we do have to give huge credit and shout out to Passion Project. Love seeing them play, love seeing what they do, and the run is not over because they will be fighting in the lower brackets as was the semifinal upper bracket. So there is still life left to live in Series 1. We were seeing some good things, and also losses, Wyatt, are your best teacher. And these were some pretty brutal losses and by scoreline, but again, that can teach you so much when you go into maybe more important games where literally your game life is on the line.
Yeah, for sure. And they're going to have an opportunity to run things back, I believe, just tomorrow, like you were saying. So, sleep it off a little bit, get back in there, address maybe some of the issues with the map pool, where you want to take things. Because the Sunset was great. They took that first map down. Perhaps it was a little bit in the veto that, they suffered a loss that was of a more significant detriment on these maps than they did when they met last month, where they beat them because they played on Bind and they were able to get a map win there. And so maybe a bit of it too is just kind of working on that map pool and expanding it a bit so they don't get caught on a map like Icebox or Ascent,
With Passion Project just have one more chance in the lower bracket to keep their game life, as I said before. FlyQuest are still in the upper bracket and are still making what I believe to be an incredible run. And I do believe we have an interview with the one and only Lace ready to go. Are they here? Hello, Lace. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. I'm giving you 2 thumbs up because that was.
I love you so much. I'm my biggest fan. I'm your biggest fan.
No. And
wait, come, Donut. Donut loves you too. Donut loves you too. How are you doing?
I'm good. I just want to give you 2 thumbs up because I have
you.
so many questions for you. And the first thing I need to ask you is with that donut nut, I see that vibe. You tweeted on January 28th. I stalked you. You said,
wait, what?
absolutely loving the new squad, insane vibes and positivity. I can't wait to grind it out the rest of the year with them, smiley face. Talk to me about playing with this team.
I mean, it's honestly crazy how positive these people are. Like Thea, Jovi. I've never really been with like a IGL coach duo that is really so positive, reinforcing confidence, hardworking as well. It's really just a great team environment, and yeah, I'm super happy to be here. Thank you, FlyQuest. Thank you, Logitech.
Oh.
Bless.
It's so sweet. And my next question is the impact of Jovi. Yes, I've been to his streams. I've seen him as a coach. He's a very positive guy. I would love to learn more from your point of view about like the fundamentals of like what Jovi has put in, because we were talking on the desk about just how drilled and how practiced FlyQuest Red seems to be, and what has Jovi's impact on that been?
I think we still made like quite a few mistakes actually. And I think Jovi is very good at reframing these mistakes in a what can we do next time, like light, if that makes sense. I feel like the mistakes we rarely make them twice, rarely make them 3 times, if at all. I think that's like the best thing about us is we put in a lot of time and we make sure we use our time efficiently and with intention. And I think Jovi does a great job keeping us accountable. And the whole team is really, really motivated to improve. So it's like the best environment, I would say.
Yeah, this is technically a rematch between you and Passion Project from OQ2. You had that insane overtime, the 20-18, but you lost it.
Oh my god.
It was crazy. I think I was just kind of like a ping pong match going back and forth.
Yeah.
That was sort of the first map. And then clearly the last 2 maps, yours, you could run away with it. You could, just absolutely amazing Valorant. What were lessons that you took from that previous matchup against Passion Project?
I feel like the main thing that we learned from our match against Passion Project was that when we play confident together, we're really, really good, right? We noticed that a lot of our lost rounds and stuff like that in the OT and and that entire match was just when we weren't like on the same page or not feeling confident. So we've really been preaching confidence and just sticking together in the past couple weeks, and I think it paid off. Like we definitely looked a little bit better, I would say, at least from my perspective.
I mean, I always ask this. Do you have anything to say to your future opponents moving forward in the bracket?
Honestly, I'm excited to play like everyone. Honestly, like even I was watching the SR game before. SR looked good. Decimate looked good. I honestly am really impressed with the talent level this time around. And yeah, any game should be fun. So
I want to make sure that you are impressed with yourself, Lace, because truly some incredible Valorant from you today. And I have to ask you about that clutch, that 4K clutch last round to close out the map. Your last shot to us was a blind shot. Like, talk to me about that round. Talk to me how that happened. What were the emotions? What were the comms? What was it?
Okay, I think it was like a 1v3. I kind of like baited my whole team, I'll be honest. Like, but basically like someone caught like they're tilted or something. So I knew that like I had good chances to win, that they were just gonna give me 1v1s. So I tried to play it a little slower, bait out the turret, and they gave me really nice 1v1s. And then I think Donut was screaming 1 HP on the last guy. So when I saw the flash coming, I just spammed my weapon, and Lucky got the kill, I guess. Yeah, it was super
Not
cool.
lucky. No, not lucky. That's skill, Lace, okay? We're gonna give ourselves credit. You are no negative self-talk. But that was seriously such fantastic maps from you. You could have closed at 11-13 in the first map. You almost had that flick to the last. I was like, oh,
like I'm greasing. I hit him 80 with my ult, and I started running for the head. It was so bad. No.
But as you said, mistakes, if you will.
Yeah.
Truly an incredible 3 maps from you and your team and Jovi. Be proud of yourself.
Team, everyone was playing really good.
Yes, shout out the team. And dare I say 2 thumbs up?
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. Run the
Go
thumbs,
Bums, yes. Thank you so much, Lace, and I hope you get some good rays. Nice talking to you too, and I'll see you next time. That was the Verizon post-match interview with Lace. Such a sweetheart and so positive. You can definitely see when she talks about that positive energy and that positive vibe of the team, how she just fits right in there with it.
Dude, I love Lace. I love her so much. Like, there's like a huge part in my heart for Lace. Every single time I see her in person, she's always like, "Gumpers, I love you. I'm your biggest fan." And she's the sweetest soul. So it's always great to get an interview out of her.
And maybe we'll get a Verizon post-match interview tomorrow because we have more games tomorrow. It's just all game changers all the time right now because we still have games. You can see Passion Project play. You can see FlyQuest Red. You can see Shopify Rebellion. There is a lot to do. So FlyQuest Red will be facing Shopify Rebellion, match 11. We also have Passion Project versus Supernova Galaxy and Decimate versus YFPX. This bracket, dare I say, getting a little spicy.
And you're right. You dare, and you should have dared to say it, because you're so right and so valid. And it is spicy. I'm excited to see Decimate again, honestly, because they showed some promise against Shopify. So I want to see what they can do tomorrow against YFP. And obviously, seeing how Passion Projects are going to try and recover off of, loss today. That'll be interesting to see how well they can play tomorrow.
Yes, and for your Verizon Game Changers Series 1, Day 3 at 2 p.m. PST. So write that down, mark that down, put it in your calendar, whatever you got to do. Set an alarm early. It is Decimate versus YFP. And at 5 p.m. PST, it is Passion Project, I will not say the abbreviation again, versus Supernova Galaxy. And again, we can say spicy. We saw great tendencies, we saw great moments, and I think with these teams, I said earlier, the more they play, the better and better they get. Lowers are going to be a tough because it's your life on the line. Will you put something out? Will you do something different to throw them off their rhythm, like I said earlier? But it's game time. It's do or die tomorrow, Wyatt.
And it is. And you're so right.
I'm so right.
And I don't know what to add on to that except Liz, so right yet again.
When am I not right? Before we end today, Gompers, any last thoughts before we close it out?
Just a huge thanks for having me on the analyst desk. It was really fun to work with you guys, and obviously huge thanks to production for being goated with the sauce.
Goated with the sauce, and we thank you from production, but also we have a birthday on production as well, so happy birthday to one of our production members. And just thank you for being here and supporting Game Changers. I wonder where's my cat's about to walk into the frame, but thank you so much for being here for the Verizon Game Changers Season 1. Oh, Oh, where'd she go? Okay. Well, thank you so much for being here. Have fun, be safe, make good decisions, hydrate, and take care of yourselves. And we'll see you back here tomorrow.
remaining. One enemy remaining. Last player standing. One enemy remaining. One enemy remaining.
This is not.
One enemy remaining. One enemy remaining.
I was taught to hustle through the pain. My body and soul, without each what will I gain? So many try to use me when I help pave the way. But man, that's just life, there ain't really much to say. I'm the one, I know I'm the one, everybody follow me. The one they all trying to beat, I know that I gotta be. I've been training hard, I'm ready for any rivalry. I lost it all but kept the fight in me. Now look, I've been laying low but speak on me and I'ma show up. My squad full of bosses, can't let anybody hoe us. Yeah, my life is sweet, I got the whipping doing donuts. Wanna live like me, well here's the contract, you ain't know what. I signed up to grind, I signed up to be the best, man. Chin up when I hustle, I can't focus on the next, man. They said that I gotta work, I said, oh yeah, I'm on it. Cause when it's said and done, we gon' see who really want it. Yeah, who really want it? Who really want it? Yeah, I'm getting better and better and only focus on cheddar. Who really want it? Yeah, who really want it? Who really want it? Yeah, I'm working hard and I show 'em when out the water I blow 'em. Who really want it? fighter is my name, legendary is my aim. Already legendary, y'all know that we ain't the same.